Hey guys, welcome back. I am back in my own little bit of woodland. Today I am going to be trying to build some form of log store. I'm also going to do a review of the little Zippo hand warmer that I use, so watch out for that. It won't be in this video, but it will be on the channel. And yeah, I'm just travelling today with a little backpack, not sure if I'm going to kip over, but I've just got the few essentials that I need, enough to make a cup of coffee and my filming gear. And yeah, just going to spend the day in the woods. The access path to our bit of woodland here has been quite damaged because of all the rain and the traffic coming up and down it. So the path is really quite slippery. So today I am worried about getting back out again. So recently I've been wondering about a missing corner post on our piece of land, which basically delineates our piece of land with another piece of land with a public footpath. And my theory was always that it had probably been just picked out of the ground and thrown by some kids, or I don't know, vandals or whatever. And I've just come across it. There it is, as suspected, lying in the middle of the woods. Absolutely no reason why they decided to do that, but at least I found it. Issues we have in these woods is a lack of phone signal, therefore lack of access to any sort of emergency services or social media. However, these little MiFi boxes appear to work out here for some reason. You can see it's got a yellow light on it, which means there's a weak signal, which is better than nothing. So I've just fashioned up this kind of waterproof box with a little grommet on it, and that comes out to a battery which I can change throughout the night, or throughout the period of time that I'm staying in the woods, and this gives us a basic connection if we need it. So today I'm going to try to fashion some form of log store to keep a load of logs that we've already split, and any stuff that we split and prepare dry, so that it's easier to burn. I've not done anything like this before. I've got my axe, I've got a folding saw, and I've got some twine, and I've got a load of straight-ish branches that we've had down recently, which you can see in previous videos. So I'm just going to give it a go. I've got a little bit of plastic on the other side of the stream here that was left over from the original use of this land before we had it, which was actually shooting grounds. And for some reason, there's a roll of really old sort of plastic lying up there. So I reckon that I can form at least the roof with that, and then cover it with sticks and so on to make it look a little bit more rustic, but will be quite waterproof. So let's give it a go. So I remembered that in my car I had a saw because my bushcrafting saw is not ideal for this job, and let's face it, this ain't bushcraft. Hey guys, so the the worst happened and I am indeed stuck. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to get the car out at the moment. I'm luckily I've got some shelter and some food and water, so I can stay here tonight. But this car's not going anywhere tonight, and I will have to try and get some help in the daylight. As you can see, the car's off the track, and the back tyres are pretty well run in. This ground is just terrible, and it's been damaged quite a lot recently by all the traffic coming up and down the tracks. So yeah, not ideal. Bit of an unexpected situation. Luckily I had everything that I need with me to be able to make do. So, feeling pretty stupid. I'm just counting myself lucky that I normally keep a good deal of camping kit and bushcraft kit in the back of the car. So I at least have some camping food, some water, coffee, you know, and a shelter. So I will just run you through my ad hoc setup. So once again, I'm using my little pop-up tent. I've got a small camping chair with me. I've got 5 litres of water. I've got my day sack, which has a little bit more water. I've got a tarp in there. I've got my internet connection, thank goodness. Otherwise, I would not have been able to contact anyone for help. And I've got some milk in there for coffee. So I am now going to try and get a hot drink and try and, frankly, calm down a little bit. Of course, I'm feeling quite warm at the moment because of all the running around and the stress, and but it is going to drop down to nigh on freezing tonight, so I do need to get sorted out. I do need to get some warmth sorted in the way of a fire. And it's difficult now because I'm not prepared. I have lost the light, so I'm working by camera light. So tonight I'm going to be sleeping on my Trekology Aloof 140, and I'm going to be using a hike and bike Elis bag, which is rated down to -9 for survival and -1 for comfort. Got a pillow, and I've got my shelter, which is my pop-up, so I should be relatively comfortable. Of course, one of the main reasons behind the log store was to be able to dry out wood to have a fire, because everything is so wet. I'm really struggling. to get a fire going. And I think I'll be very lucky if this catches. So I have finally got a bit of a fire going, got my chair set up, got my tent up. Got everything I need, I think. Got my food, got my box of stuff and a fire to keep me warm, so all good. So I've heard that you can't light meths when it's below a certain temperature, so I've put it in my pocket here. Hopefully it won't leak. I've put it in my... No, that's not going to leak. So I'm going to put it under my armpit and see if warming it up helps. What do you know? Seems to have done the trick quite nicely, so that's great. So I finally got a fire going, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. I've got the Trangia on with some water in it, water in a pot on the Trangia, and I'm going to heat up my camping food now. was a pretty chilly night. I probably got 4 or 5 hours sleep, despite the cold. Definitely should have been using a down-filled sleeping mat rather than the air mat that I had with me. But it is what it is, beggars can't be choosers. I've just lit my Zippo hand warmer and it is time to get some coffee on. So I've had my normal 2 cups of coffee and I'm now going to get packed up, or the majority of my stuff packed away and taken up to the car, so that when the rescue team arrives they don't need to wait for me to bundle everything into the back. And I certainly don't want to be walking all the way from here out to where the car will be rescued to with all my kit. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start putting some logs into the log store. Well, it's all of a sudden turned into an absolutely beautiful day. I have put some logs under the log store, as you've probably seen, and I've just put a little bit more sort of camo on top of the store to try and disguise it a little better. So I think it looks a little bit better. Still quite ugly, but it will do the job. The rescue party is very nearly here, so I'm going to finish up here, get the rest of the stuff into the car and go and wait for them. So I'm now waiting for the guys to arrive. I thought they were going to bring someone with sort of tow ropes and a winch. However, they're not. They're bringing another Land Rover. So I'm really concerned that we all end up in the same situation. So I'm going to try and put some logs and so on in the bits that it's likely for them to get caught, so that it stops their wheels digging in too much into the mud. And just have to keep our fingers crossed. So I think I've just heard the gate go, which means that the guys are probably very nearly here. I just really hope they don't get stuck. Steady, steady, that's it. Go on, steady. Steady as you go. Stop there, mate. Stop there, stop there, stop there. So the guys have arrived and we have decided that actually bringing the disco down the track any further is just going to end up with two cars getting stuck. So we are going to head to a shop and pick up a block and tackle or a winch and see if we can pull my car out using the winch, using a nearby tree. Guys, it's 10 to 5 and we've been doing this for 5 hours, 6 hours, and both cars are finally out. I ran out of film time on my camera, unfortunately, and we were going to try and capture some key moments on the phones, but it all just got a bit too much. But the cars are out, up that track. It was a bit Colin McRae on the way out. Once we got the cars moving, it's just a case of go, go, go. But they're out, and we're now heading to the pub. So if this experience teaches us anything, it's always be prepared. I was really, really lucky that I had gear in the back of the car that allowed me to stay over. I had some food, I had plenty of water, I even had milk and coffee, and shelter and a sleeping bag. So without all of that, I would have been in a right old pickle. So yeah, be prepared. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end, thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, it really helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.